Yeah, this one. Issuer, LSVPN intermediate certificate. This is the common name. This is when it created a certificate. This is actually the host name of my lab firewall. Okay. Okay, let's. Okay. Show GlobalProtect satellite current gateway. Sorry. We need to keep the gateway IP address. Okay. 10.3. Okay. So this is the gateway IP address. We can see more information about refresh timers, portal config. So under portal config, this is the configuration of the gateway. So you remember, I configured gateway address and I defined priority as 1 under the portal. So gateway address and routing priority. So this is the same thing, we got it from the portal. Gateway config, this is the tunnel IP, tunnel interface IP I defined on the gateway. This is the IP from the pool I defined on the gateway, 10.10.11.11. Access routes, let's check the gateway. Zero 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 zero. Sorry. DNS servers. Okay. So this is the session for the IPsec towards the gateway. We can see 192.168.10.3. That is the gateway IP address, and we can see application IPsec ESP UDP, and the rest SSL session for authenticating to portal and gateway as well. You can run other commands as well. Show interface all match tunnel 1.60. You'll get the tunnel information or tunnel interface information. Let's run that as well. So this is the tunnel interface, zone, ID, and the IP address. So remember, we have not configured any IP on the tunnel interface on satellite. It is being pushed from the IP pool defined on the gateway. Show running tunnel flow. Okay, so this is the IPsec tunnel information. Local interface Ethernet 1, local IP 10.2, tunnel interface tunnel 1.1. Okay, show running tunnel flow tunnel ID 3. We only have one, I think. So tunnel ID 1, if I search, I could see assigned IP, remote IP, and the SPI information in MTU. Okay, local IP is 10.2. You can see GlobalProtect site to site. So you have other operational command, show running tunnel flow context 1. Here you can see state active, session information, monitor is up, monitor state on, and monitor status is up. Okay, check the routes, show routing. So routes from tunnel 1. Next one. You can also run to check FIP table, routes in the FIP table, show routing FIP. After the tunnel is up, you will see routes which are being pushed to the tunnel. Okay, gateway tunnel monitoring and routes edition. The same thing which we observed on the port slide. We can also check on the gateway under the TUND logs and the routes which are being injected. You can see the information over here in the routed D log. So you can see adding routes information. We also RAS MGR log to check the tunnel monitor status. And then system logs, event ID is tunnel status up, and GlobalProtect logs, event ID is satellite gateway tunnel monitor. Let's try to log in to the gateway firewall. Show GlobalProtect gateway type satellite. So under this, you can see GlobalProtect gateway, this gateway, tunnel type satellite tunnel name LSVPN gateway S. On the gateway, you can get the information, tunnel interface IP, physical interface, local IP on the physical interface, the pool, DNS server, access route, certificate which we define on the GUI. Remember, we call this certificate in the PKCS 12 format. We are using local auth profile, client certificate profile. These are the timer. These are by default. What is the encryption algorithm we are using? And what is the authentication algorithm? All these details under show GlobalProtect gateway type satellite. Right now, we only have one satellite connected, so it will show you the number over here. Okay, you can also run current satellite. Show GlobalProtect gateway current satellite. So the current satellite connected on the gateway, you can see the serial number If you want to verify, ending with 742. So ending with 742. The host name of my satellite firewall, 158 PA 3250 and 58 PA 3250. The private IP, this is the IP I got from the pool. If you notice 10.10.11.11, I do not have any IP address on the tunnel interface. The public IP 10.2, remember 10.2. So these are the satellite published routes. These are satellite published routes, okay, not the gateway one. 10.10.10 is the subnet behind the satellite. And these are the timers. Tunnel monitor, you remember we defined failover, and rest are the default settings on the tunnel monitor. You want to see an active DP session? Show session all. So this is the active DP session from 10.2 to 10.3. You see port number 4501. Application IPsec ESP UDP. Show running tunnel flow. You can also check the show running tunnel flow. Sorry. Total tunnels configured 1. IPsec tunnel. We don't have IPsec tunnel. We have SSL VPN tunnel. GlobalProtect site-to-site tunnel shown 1. Name LSVPN gateway S. Local interface 1/1. Local IP 10.3. And local interface tunnel.1. Okay. You can also run this command. Show running. Tunnel flow, tunnel ID. So show running tunnel flow tunnel ID 1. It will give you information regarding the LSVPN tunnel. I got ID from here. The same thing which we observed on the satellite firewall as well. Same commands which we actually we can run on the satellite. We can also run on the gateway firewall and get the information: gateway ID, local ID, state active, session number, monitor status, and show. So tunnel MTU. Protocol ESP, and all the other informations, encap, decap byte. For traffic related issues, we can always check these counters to see if they're incrementing or decrementing, or not incrementing. Show routing route to check the routes. the fib table, show routing fib, routes being pushed to the tunnel. You'll see flags UG and interface tunnel interface. So the troubleshooting summary. So these are the commands which you can use, and some of the commands we ran on the satellites and gateway. So for DP session, active DP session, if you want to check, you can run this command: source session all, filter source, satellite address, and destination, either GP portal or GP gateway. Depends if you're checking for the active session on the portal or active session on the gateway. For certificate, you can run the command show SSL MGR store config certificate info. Satellite info, use these commands: show GlobalProtect satellite name. We ran this command, if you remember. Show GlobalProtect satellite interface and the tunnel interface, and show GlobalProtect satellite current gateway satellite and the IPsec satellite name. For tunnel flow, show running tunnel flow. To specify, you can mention show running tunnel flow name with the IPsec satellite name or the tunnel ID. Show running tunnel flow next hop as well and the context as well. For routes, show routing route and show routing fib. On GP portal and gateway, for active DP session, you can use the same command, but you can uh, uh, set up the IP address, satellite, and destination as either GP portal or gateway. For certificates, show SSL MGR store certificate info, show SSL MGR store config certificate info, show SSL MGR store config CA certificate, SSL MGR store satellite info, and show SSL MGR store serial number certificate info. So you can use these commands on GP portal and gateway to get CA certificate, serial number certificate, the certificate which are actually created on portal and gateway. GP portal, show SSL MGR store satellite info, portal name, and define the name over here. And for the gateway, show GlobalProtect gateway type satellite name and the gateway name. Show GlobalProtect gateway name, and define the name over here. And show GlobalProtect gateway current satellite. We just ran this command. For tunnel flow, show running tunnel flow with the tunnel ID or the next hop. And you can also show running tunnel flow with the context and context ID. You can also run this command: show GlobalProtect gateway flow side to side. Okay. Okay, flow side to side, total tunnels considered. You'll get all the that information under this, and you can also run it with the tunnel ID. So the tunnel ID is 1. Okay, we can see local IP certificate it is using for SSL, assigned IP, remote IP, and SPR. System logs and GlobalProtect logs on the GP satellite. You can check the system and satellite or GP logs. For debugs, you can run debug on SATD. You can show, and you can also run on dump. And to review the SATD log, less MP log SATD log. RASMGR, you can run a RASMGR debug show and dump. Make sure if you're running debug, you switch it back to the original, and that should be info. to check the RAS-MGL log, less MP log, RAS-MGL log. For turn D, you can run the turn D debug. And to view, less DP log, turn D log. If you don't have a DP, less MP log, turn D log. Routed, you can run a debug on routed log. And to review, less MP log, routed log. AppWeb 3 SSL VPN, if you're running a debug, debug SSL VPN global on dump, less MP log, AppWeb 3 SSL VPN.log to review the log. The same logs you can run on the GPN gateway, but there are other logs like NG INX, less web server log, SSL VPN access.log. AppWeb, same as GP satellite, SSL MGR, you can run a debug on SSL MGR. To review, less MP log, SSL MGR.log. RAS manager or RAS MGR, you can run a debug. And to review, less MP log, RAS MGR.log. You can run a debug on turn D and route it as we did on GP satellite. All right, so I'm done for the session. If you have any queries, I see you have a lot of queries, and one of my colleagues was, if you have still more queries, you can still ask.
Yeah, this has been exceptionally informative. I know I got a lot out of it myself. So at the very least, Sid, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. I know I'm probably speaking for the vast majority of the attendees. I just want to say thank you very much for taking your time, putting together this extensive lab and showing that to us. As I mentioned before, Sid will be getting me the slides in the next day or two, and then we will also get the recording from the session set up as well onto Live Community's YouTube channel. We have a dedicated playlist on there for these fuel workshops. So everything will be on there, and there will also be, again, on the event page off of the fuel website where you join this event. The links for the presentations will be right there as well. So if it looks like we have no more additional questions coming in, with that, Sid, I will let you go. Thank you very much again for all your time. Really appreciate it. And
all right,
with
thank
that,
you, Charles.
yeah, absolutely, my pleasure. With that, I'll let Sid go.